Okay, can you see the screen now? I'll try to make it a little bigger. Okay, so many of the questions I sent you are the same. So 1 is the same, 2 is the same, 3 is the same, 4 is the same. Now on questions 4, 5, and 6, you'll have different signs chosen from lesson 3 and lesson 7. So you can practice with these though. All right, 4 and 5 are the same. But as you will notice, I divided question 6 into 4 parts. A, 6A, 6B, 6C, 6D. And there are different ways of asking the questions. So you should be prepared to answer all 4 ways. So if we look at sign 2, should occur before sign 1, after sign 1, either before or after sign 1, and none of the above. Which one?
I see Shaq saying A, Jasmine Peeb saying B.
D?
B as in boy, B as in boy. Now they're changing it all to B, as in boy.
Really? Wait, so sign 2 should occur after sign 1. Okay, yes, sorry. Okay, B. Now I'm adding some additional question that I didn't add on the first thing that I sent to Peebs. Because of why? In other words, why should sign 2 occur after sign 1? Why?
Jasmine saying G.
G as in go?
As in go. Everyone's signing G.
Yes, that's correct. So one-handed signs go before two-handed signs. Okay, now I'm going to show you 6B. 6B says it in asks the question in a different way. Sign 1 should occur before sign 2, after sign 2, or either place.
I see most people signing A.
Yes. Sign 1 should occur before sign 2. And of course, the reason again is G, differences in one-handed and two-handed signs. Yes, G. Now, 6C asks the question in a different way. Sign 2 should occur first or second?
I see B.
B should occur second. And again, because of differences in one-handed and two-handed sign. And the final way to ask question 6 is sign 1 should occur first or second?
A.
A. Sign 1 should occur first. Yes, okay. And because of the same reason. So 6A, 6B, 6C, 6D are all different ways I may ask the question. So practice and make sure you understand each way of asking and answering the question. Okay, so each pair of signs may be asked in 4 different ways, A, B, C, or D. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for example, also question 11. So question 11, signs 3 and 4, ask in A way, ask in B way, ask in 3rd way, C way, and ask in 4th way, D way. Okay, so you can when you practice, I just wanted to point that out to you. Okay. All right. So that's all I had about the review, and you will review in detail tomorrow. But you can start, and then I will join you when you're ready for me to come in. Okay. Almost all of you did pretty well on the first quiz. Okay, so we'll just make sure you review for the midterm. Okay, so let me go back and talk about the organization of the two-handed signs. Okay, so yesterday you did, you did by dominant hand shape. So today we're going to add non-dominant hand shape. So signs with 2 hand shapes are organized. Oh, you can't see this, sorry. I thought I had it up, but let me pull it back up. Technology. Okay, now can you see this? Okay. All right, signs with 2 hand shapes are organized by the hand shape of, first by the hand shape of the dominant hand, and second by the hand shape of the non-dominant hand. So what I'd like you to do, we still have group 3 to focus on with the dominant hand. So after we finish that, then you go back each group and you focus by dominant hand and non-dominant hand. Okay? You haven't done it by the non-dominant hand yet, right? Is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
Okay, all right. So let's go back to the 3rd group. I think working on 7 and 8, right? Lesson 7 and 8.
Ming saying, yes, that's our group.
Okay, so show me what you have with the sign, 2-handed signs with the dominant hand.
This is Shaq.
Okay.
We haven't done lesson 8 yet.
That's
lesson
okay.
7 is done. Is that okay?
Yeah, just show me lesson 7. Then when you take a break, you can work on lesson 8 for dominant hand, and then lesson 7 and 8 for dominant and non-dominant hand.
Okie dokie.
Okay. All right, so we'll look at 7.
Just loading, sir. One moment.
No problem.
Let me just find it here. One moment. So who's presenting? Was it Meng or Yami? Discuss amongst yourselves. Yami, Meng? So who is it? It's Meng? Okay. You can see the first hand shape is A,
Mm-hmm.
and then eventually we go with a
Okay.
T.
Okay.
So for whiteout, for pencil sharpener,
Okay. Blue.
blue here.
Can we go back up to whiteout? Okay. Back down, that's fine. Yes.
So that's whiteout, right?
Wood chip 2, eraser. Okay.
For wood
Okay.
chip 2.
Right.
X hand shape.
Okay.
This is the G hand shape.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ruler. Okay.
Pinched G. V hand shape for compass.
Yes. Good.
So now we have this hand shape for notebook.
Okay. So which goes first, spread or non-spread?
Spread.
Non-spread.
Oh, first is non-spread.
Yeah.
Spread. Okay. All right. Thank you,
You
sir.
can change that later if that's fine. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So we have a
Thick.
F,
Okay.
F hand shape.
Yes. Good.
Then we have the
B. Okay.
B.
Good. Good.
Same hand shape.
Okay, now you notice there will be a lot of these that will be defined by, with the B hand shape, will be defined by orientation. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But we haven't arranged this yet. We're just
Yes.
focused
No.
on the.
You're not supposed to arrange it by orientation yet. So, but just saying.
Yeah, right. Okay, sir. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So here is small,
Yes. Okay.
big,
Okay. Okay.
expensive,
All right.
expensive, this is the hand shape.
Yes. Okay. Right, right.
So
Good.
cheap,
Yes,
and it's tapered.
yes.
School bag. I think that's it.
Okay,
Study tools.
good. Okay, in study tool, you may want to erase the line between the two signs.
Right.
Okay, great. Good job. Any questions from anybody yet?
Yeah, mental note on the spread. Right. So
Yeah, it's B to
it's
5, yeah.
close to open. I got it.
Yes.
I got confused there. I thought it was the
No,
other way around.
no problem,
Closed.
no problem. The test may have confused you yesterday.
Jasmine has her hand up.
Yes, Jasmine?
Meng, you're done? Meng? Hello, Meng. Meng, are you done? Okay. So with this hand shape, one thing that I caught was B for cheap, and then we have the thumbs out. Did you guys agree that it would be thumbs in for this sign? Just wondering. Thumbs in for cheap? Yes, okay. So it's similar to the first sign. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to note it. That's all. Thanks.
Yeah, I think in this particular drawing, it was this handshake. I know you can. So the thumb was pointed out. So in this particular sign, you can't have contact on the thumb. So it may be easier to just do it as a B handshake. So if you want to keep the photograph, it's fine.
Yami has her hand up.
Yes.
Yes, it's part of the variation as well. I think we can accept both of them, actually. We'll put both of them in the book.
Yeah, you'll have to put them in different places, though, because the hand shapes are different.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay, any more questions or comments on lesson 7?
Shaq has his hand up.
Yes, Chuck.
All right. So
Yeah, this is the
So for this sign, this is Shaq. Hold on, let me just say my comment first. I have a question actually for what Yami. Yami saying, I just wanted to add also the discussion about the spread. We'll have to note that again. So it's non-spread to spread.
yes.
Close to open. Okay, I didn't get that either.
One thing about the change of this to this, or this to this, it's the same thing as not making contact with the thumb. So for example, when you have like an S handshake, you can contact on the side of the head, but you can't contact on with the thumb. You have to move the thumb to the side to contact.
So this is Meng.
Yes.
So the U shape is closed. But what about R then?
R is crossed.
So it's not closed? It's not considered closed, or?
It's not the same as this. This and this are different. Okay. Now, in some sign languages, you have an R, and you have this R, which is open. And in this case, it would be closed. In this case, it would be open. But this is non-crossed, and this is crossed. So not the same handshake.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is Shaq.
Yes.
So with the sign cheap, with the thumb in, thumb out. Basically, what I did was follow the picture that was there.
Yeah.
But now that I see the picture, because I was wondering then if expensive was with the thumb out, and
so
it was naturally thumb in. Yeah.
This would be first, followed by this, followed by this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then followed by this. Okay. All right, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
And this is the important thing of doing different sign languages, because you see, that you have different, many of the sign languages have similar hand shapes, but there are also many different hand shapes that are peculiar to one sign language or another. Okay, good. All right, so we break into groups, and then try to do the non-dominant hand. So you keep the same order as with the dominant hand, and then just divide by non-dominant hand. Okay. Do you want to just do that, or you want to also start on orientation? So we will include the non-dominant hand.
This is Shaq.
The question is, do you want to do orientation with the non-dominant hand and the non-dominant hand? Yes, Shaq.
Yes, sir. So we, as a group, arranged everything by dominant hand. We haven't yet discussed the orientation yet. But maybe if we get that orientation part, like if we understand that, we can start working on it at the same time. So I think we should work on the orientation as well while we're doing the non-dominant.
Okay, all right. So now the orientation is a little bit different on two-handed signs. It's basically the same, but a little bit different.
Okay.
All right. So, you do the dominant hand and then the non-dominant hand shape. Then you look at the orientation of the palm and the orientation of the fingers of the dominant hand. Then you look at orientation of the palm and orientation of the fingers of the non-dominant hand.
Yes, sir.
So, sorry, you're not seeing this, are you? Making me crazy. Making myself crazy, making you crazy. Okay, here it is. Okay. All right, so it goes hand shape of the right hand shape of the left hand, palm and finger orientation for the dominant hand, palm and finger orientation for the non-dominant hand. It does not go palm, palm, finger, finger. Do both. Palm and finger for the dominant, palm and finger for the non-dominant. So if that's too much, then only worry about dominant hand shape and non-dominant hand shape. If you feel you understand the orientation, you can start on that also, but it's up to you. Any questions?
This is Mang.
Yes.
So hand shape, dominant, non-dominant, then dominant, sorry for just, so after that, so dominant hand, we'll arrange it by hand shape. Then non-dominant hand, arrange that by hand shape. Then orientation on dominant hand only and not non-dominant hand. That's what we're doing right now.
Well, you can do the orientation of palm and finger on the dominant hand. And then you do the orientation of the palm and finger on the non-dominant hand. Okay. Okay, it's clear that it's not totally clear yet. So only don't worry about orientation now. Forget orientation. Forget I ever said anything. First, dominant hand. Second, non-dominant hand. When we're finished and we correct that, then we'll go on. Don't worry. That was my original plan, but some groups are a little bit ahead. of other groups because you have fewer two-handed signs. Anyway, let's take it step by step. So handshake, dominant, handshake, non-dominant. Okay?
Okay,
all
sir.
right. So when do you want to come back? I'll stay on, but just to
1:50.
1:50, okay. Or do you want to take a break and come back at 2?
Okay, 2 is fine, sir.
Okay, all right, we'll set it for 2. I'll see you at 2 o'clock your time. Okay. So which group wants to go first?
We're still waiting for one more group to come back.
Okay, well, we can go ahead and with the two groups who are there. So which group would like to go first?
Oh, Peeps is saying, so we didn't get into groups yet. I thought we were just on break.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's fine. Okay. All right. So so if we're on break now, when will we go back and when come back together again?
We'll say 2:15, sir. 2:15.
2:15. Okay. All right. Okay. Have your break, and I'll see you at 2:15.
Yes, we'll go discuss in our groups now.
Okay. So will you be ready at 2:15 to discuss, or you want to come back together to discuss?
Sir, I have a question. This is Jasmine.
Yes, Yes, Jasmine.
Bay, are you ready? Okay. So we will go into our groups. I'm thinking my group is going to stay here, if you don't mind, so we can get some consultation from you, Dr. Woody.
That's fine.
I just want to show you something real quick, just for some quick feedback.
Okay. You can go ahead and show now if you want.
All right, sir. One moment.
Mm-hmm.
So dominant and non-dominant. The
Yes.
dominant, okay. This is what we put for each hand shape.
Yes. Yes.
So movement is something else. We're just focusing on the hand shape here.
Yes. Okay.
So that's what we have so far. We only have a few signs.
Okay, what you have is fine.
So do we put lesson 3 and 4 together into one document? Is that
Eventually, yes. So eventually, when you can get a chance, because eventually we'll put it all together into one big dictionary. Sometimes it's easier to work lesson by lesson and then put the lessons together. But since you're working on two separate lessons, your ultimate goal is to put them both together. Okay.
okay, sir?
Okay.
Sir, remember for lesson 3 and lesson 4, we had the one-handed signs, and for lesson 4 we only had few hand shapes or one-handed hand shapes. So now same process, we're just going to put lesson 3 and lesson 4 together with both with two hand shapes for now.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, great, sir. All right.
Okay.
So we'll just transfer to the other break room.
Okay. So
Bye, sir.
when each group finishes the task, you can tell the interpreters to contact me. I'll be online, but I may not be right at the desk. But I can hear the interpreter call.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. All right. Peeps. There's Peeps. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we got all the groups back now?
Looks like just Nat from my group.
Okay, let's get Nat back on and we'll have all three presentation now.
So he's just saying Jasmine should go next.
Okay, Jasmine.
Do you want me to do lesson 3 or 4? Or either?
Either.
Or both?
If you have both 3 and 4, then you can do both.
Well, we haven't put it all together yet, but
okay.
I'll just
you can do separately. Separately.
Sure. We wanted to fix it before we put it all together, but sure. Okay, one moment. So we'll do lesson 3 or lesson 4?
I'll start with lesson 3.
Okay, sir. One moment.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Is this good, sir?
Okay. Yes, yes. Yes. Yes.
So that's lesson 3.
Okay.
So I'll put up lesson 4.
All right.
People are saying, oh, lesson 3, there weren't that many signs.
Yeah, so that's why you're having different times finishing. Okay. Okay. All right, lesson 4. Okay.
All right. So this is lesson 4, guys. Lesson 4.
Okay. Yes. Okay, good. Yes. Yes. Okay. 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 Go back up. Okay. Okay, go down. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Go back up. Okay. 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 All right. So I don't think you'll have too many distinctions based on orientation, but good. Any questions by anyone else?
This is Meng.
Yes.
For one of the signs, I forgot. Hold on. So Jasmine, for one of the signs, I believe it was for orange, I think, or this sign. Sorry, I think it was this
Atish?
sign. And then there was mangosteen, right? Wouldn't it be the other way around because of the hand shape? Or okay, all right.
Yeah, we'll have another final check when we put everything together too. Okay.
Good job, group 1.
Okay. So next, whichever other group wants to present now.
So Peebs or Nat, can you put up your screen? Jasmine saying. Uh, Jasmine saying, or Peebs is saying, Nat has all the files. He's not here.
Okay.
So what about the other group then? Where is Nat? Internet problems. Okay.
Okay. So the other group ready to present? 7 and 8. or 7?
This is Yami. So as a group, we discussed that even for lesson 8, we haven't even split them up into one-handed signs yet. I was absent the other day, and so it was hard for them to work without me being there. So
Okay.
we just have the one lesson ready.
Okay. You can either do that, or we can wait till tomorrow to do that.
This is Yami. We're done lesson 7 in terms of dominant hand for two-handed signs. But I think we already put it up yesterday, right? All right. Sorry, we haven't put the non-dominant hand yet for lesson 7. Sorry.
All right. But then we can wait till tomorrow. Let me just briefly discuss the orientation. So we'll move on to the other category. So the next thing after you do dominant hand and non-dominant hand, let's say you have this sign. Okay, this is sign for bus in Ho Chi Minh City Sign Language. Okay. Say you have this hand, or this sign, and say you have this sign. Which goes first? Dominant orientation, dominant hand orientation, this sign or this sign?
Some signing up and some signing outwards. So mixed.
So it would be up. Up occurs before outwards.
Yes.
So this sign followed by this sign. And that's the finger orientation. Suppose we have this sign and this sign. Which goes first? Orientation of the dominant hand and the orientation of the dominant hand. Which goes first? Yes. Why?
Bus.
Why, Yami? Why?
I don't understand.
Okay, let's go again. So we have this sign, and we have this sign.
Because it's inward, sir.
Yes, inward palm orientation inward. And then if we have this sign and this sign, both are palm orientation inward, but which goes first? Inward and upward. This one first. Inward and upward. Inward and to the side. So the next thing you should be working on is the palm and finger orientation of the dominant hand. So again, in order, dominant hand shape, non-dominant hand shape, palm and finger orientation of the dominant hand. And what goes fourth? So first is dominant hand shape. Second is non-dominant hand shape. Third is orientation of the palm and fingers of the dominant hand. And the next is
non-dominant hand orientation, Jasmine saying?
Yes, first the non-dominant palm orientation, and second, the non-dominant finger orientation. Okay, so one more time, dominant hand shape, non-dominant hand shape, orientation of the palm and fingers for dominant hand, and then orientation for palm and fingers for the non-dominant hand. So you've already done the dominant hand shape. Some of you have already done the non-dominant hand shape. So if you haven't done the non-dominant hand shape yet, you should work on that. If you have done both the dominant hand shape and the non-dominant hand shape, then work on orientation, palm and fingers of the dominant hand. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, again, you can find this here. Okay, in the file that you have, the hand shape of the dominant hand, the hand shape of the non-dominant hand, the orientation of the palm of the dominant hand, the orientation of the fingers of the dominant hand. Okay. So whatever you're working on, do it in that order. Dominant hand shape. Second, non-dominant hand shape. Third, palm and finger orientation of dominant hand. Okay, again.
It's clear, sir. It's clear.
Huh?
It's clear,
Okay.
sir. Yeah, me saying it's clear.
Okay, just want to make sure. All right, so work on that. And I think unless you have questions, I don't think we'll make any more presentation today. If you have question, you can ask, but then we can make presentation tomorrow about what you finished today. Okay, so we will quote unquote officially close. We'll let you work on the things that you're doing on the two-handed sign. And if you have questions, I will stay online until 4 o'clock your time. Okay, but no more presentation. So just continue working. But if you have questions, come back and ask me. Okay. So we're closed for today officially, although you will be working.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this sign in ASL. It means to kill time.
Yes, right.
Kill time.
It's like sitting on your hands, Shaq is saying. Like in the sitting on your hands doing nothing.
Doing nothing, yes. I'll be sitting here killing time, waiting for you. But you will be working very hard. Actually, I think working very hard is easier than killing time. But I see Nat coming back on. So maybe if Nat wants to present, we can all go ahead and watch Nat's presentation.
Shaq is saying, yay, Nat's back. Yay.
Okay, so everybody's still on?
So Nat, this is Nat. Ready? I'm presenting.
If you're ready.
Okay, I'll go ahead.
Yeah, the other people have presented, so you missed it, but everybody else was there. So
okay, I'm ready
so far. Okay, go ahead, Nat.
All right, that's fine. Sorry, just working on something here. Peebs, are you going to present, or Renz? Who's going to present? Peebs? Peebs? Renz? Or Peebs? Who's presenting? Peebs or Renz? Peebs is saying, you can present. And Ren's saying, how about you? No, you. Okay. All right. This is Ren's.
Right.
Here is the sign for love.
Right. Okay.
There you go. Nice handshake. Okay.
Okay.
This is the handshake.
Okay. Okay. Okay, now that will be decided by the orientation of the palm. Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now, which one, sorry, go back up. Go back up. Which one is going to be first, already or weak?
First is already, because this is the starting hand shape. It's inward. And then weak is inward, but the finger orientation is down.
Okay.
Right? So,
but what are the hand shapes for weak?
This handshake.
Both fives? Or a 5 and a B handshake? Okay.
5 and a B. 5 and a B.
5 and a B?
And a B.
Well, then 5 and a B should go before 2 5s. So you have to decide.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Thank you, sir.
All right. No problem. Yes. Okay.
So here is.
Okay. Good.
This is the handshake.
What about, what's the initial handshake with strong? Yes, fat, like this way, but what about strong?
Like this, sir? The first shape is this?
Mm-hmm.
For strong?
Yeah. And second one, fat, and strong.
Fat, strong. So it's kind of tapered a little bit.
Okay, we may want to put that in a separate section, but let's discuss that later when everybody's present. Okay.
Okay. That's it.
That's it. Great. Okay. So don't forget, it's first, when two-handed signs, hand shape of the dominant hand. Second, hand shape of the non-dominant hand. Third and fourth, orientation of the palm and fingers of the dominant hand. Okay, so let's close it down.
Other,
we have another one. Okay,
this is lesson 6. Lessons, so, yeah.
Okay. Good. Okay. Okay.
Peebs will be presenting this. All right, sir. Lesson 6. Most.
Okay.
Daughter.
Okay. Right. Okay, good. Okay. Now, go ahead. Which one will go? Have you done the non-dominant hand shape yet, or only the dominant?
We did the well, we focused on the dominant mostly. Just the dominant.
Because if you're focusing on the non-dominant, then you address someone as should go earlier. Because you have this and this, and the first one, second one, but third one, this is earlier. So that's one thing you can work on now.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We were just having a discussion on the initial non-dominant hand shape of you address me, if it's either a B hand shape or an S hand shape. So we still have yet to decide on that, but it's mostly the B hand shape for the non-dominant. Do you guys agree?
Okay. Okay, then I would say that this sign with the A handshake is older, and then you have assimilation, the same handshake. So you can include both in the dictionary if you want. It's up to you. It's up to you.
For both, okay.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay,
So
good.
all the same hand shape there.
Yes, okay. Yeah, so now you should standardize that probably, because it looks like you have the A handshake on the non-dominant hand and only one of the sign.
Yes, sir, that's right.
Okay, all right. Okay. Okay.
Maybe. That's it.
Let me see sign again. Oh, okay. Okay, good. Okay. Looks fine. So now work on the organizing by non-dominant hand shape. You've already done dominant, then go non-dominant hand shape, and then do orientation of palm and finger of the dominant hand. Okay, so any questions so far?
We're good, sir. Oh, wait, Yami has her hand up.
Yes, Yes, Yami?
So Nat's group has done the non-dominant hand, right?
Not exactly. Mostly the dominant.
Yeah, because it looked like you guys were done. But anyway, all right. So we'll now talk about the non-dominant hand on our groups.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll talk about the orientation, the palm orientation afterwards.
Yes. So now if you've done dominant hand, but haven't done non-dominant hand, focus on non-dominant hand. And when you finish dominant hand and non-dominant hand, then focus on orientation of the dominant hand.
Okay.
The more you practice with this, the easier it will become. Okay.
Meng has her hand up.
Who? Meng, yes.
Meng. So for this sign, you focus on the the dominant hand first.
Yes.
And so the movement comes from the non-dominant, then doesn't matter. It's just the dominant hand. Wait, hold on. So for the sign swing, the movement is in the non-dominant hand, right? But if we could, because if we have that sign without this, non-dominant, then it's not as clear. Hold on.
Let's have a right-hand signer sign us that sign.
So I'm just confused which one is the dominant hand that we use, the sign for the actual swing or the person sitting on the swing?
We need a right-handed signer to sign first. So who signs with their right hand?
Ray does.
Okay, Ray, let's take a look. Or Jasmine, yeah.
So Jasmine did it with her, the person sitting on her dominant hand.
Yeah, so like this, right?
Yeah.
So I think this would be the dominant hand. And this one would be the non-dominant hand. There are several reasons for that, and because bent is more complex than straight. And so normally the complex hand shape is going to be on your dominant hand. So that I think Ming would sign it this way, right? Left-handed.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Ray has his hand up.
Yes, Ray.
So when I see Meng's sign, she's left-handed, so
yeah,
someone who's right-handed, which is more dominant. So it's strange. So yes, Meng, Kyla, and Renz, we sign it a different way, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Miss Techi is also left-handed, so.
Okay. So if you're a left-handed signer, that's perfectly okay, but you may want to confirm with the right-handed signer which hand moves on with the right-handed signer when you take the photo. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we'll then, quote unquote, close officially. You have about 50 more minutes you can work together. And I'll stay online if you have any questions. Okay. So
okay, sir.
Go back to your groups. Okay. See you later maybe, or definitely see you tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Okay.